Fuck, I'm gonna start phone call.
From the gun, the ground game. Running into the open space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. It's caught. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turns it on in midfield.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Touchdown, Badger! He would not be denied.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Works the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Unloads it left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Pulls it in at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. It's picked off. That's number 10. Flying down the right side. Touchdown Ducks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
Pulls it in on the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And the The quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws to the back. Pulls it in. It's Perkins. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers. And it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
A first down run on the doorstep. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the edge, it's Perkins. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score for... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yo, why the boys still in
And
my
they
play?
get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
First of all,
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25.
That's me. He's running every time he on the
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on it.
Was trying to accuse me of having a receiver at tight end because my tight end had 95 feet.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The give on the inside. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today...
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
The football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. The RPO, it's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. What a run! Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills. And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now 6 here in the second. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather.
Hey, man, since you're here, can we talk about how you just fumbled a natty?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
He was running one play. I can't even say what to say there.
Corner's going to give them room.
Every time
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Never going to throw the ball.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to hit this first down.
Mario Carver, anytime you need a control.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. He's got an open man. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Give to the back. down and wants more. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The official says no good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Fires to the tight end. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense set on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the tailback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab right down the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Looking to get it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Cabrera. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
These corners going to give them some space. Finds a man in the middle. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll try the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete in the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. And as he throws, punch it out of the air. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They're working that left side, and he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's first and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And this one is perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robbins. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Behind the chains now on second and long. They get to him as he throws. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They believe in a large 4-down territory, and they go for it on 4th and short from the 47. It's on target and complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Goes to the option. Pass to 40. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Badgers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that